Hello everybody, and welcome to our webinar, Summer School. Today we will discuss a little bit more in details our new track in sport business management, because it's some kind of innovation for this summer. And we decided to launch the second track, as before we had only a luxury business and communications. So my name is Irina, and I'm admissions and recruitment manager of the International University of Monaco, and I will be with Professor Marten. Thank you for joining us. Professor Marten will manage the sport brand management during the summer school, and he will share with us some additional information about the uniqueness of this track and actually some other interesting details that I suppose you would like to know before your arrival in Monaco. So let me start by some general information about summer school program for those students who didn't yet actually start the application, but always think about the possibility to come and join this program actually already next week. So as you know, the summer school program will take place in well-known and famous actually city country and global luxury, maybe I can say like this, global luxury capital, Monaco. And I would like to underline that, of course, the international university is close related to Monaco economic system. That's why for the university, there are four core main pillars like a basis for all our programs, academic programs. Of course, these are international finance, luxury management, sport business management, and international management. So the summer school for our participants, it's like, a good starting point to understand a little bit more about Monaco, to understand how it is to be an IOM student. If you are thinking about one of our program and you would like to join one of our program in the future, so you have a great chance to come in Monaco and during 2 weeks, not only to discover something new, to perform and to actually to open for you some new knowledges, but you can also understand what does it mean not only to come as a tourist, but to live in Monaco or maybe around the corner. So why we decided to launch this summer school program? Actually, you know that Monaco is a small country, only 2 square kilometers. But anyway, Monaco is well known by different high-end events. And among these events, I am persuaded you know different like leading events in sport industry. For example, we just finished 2 weeks ago a well-known Formula One Grand Prix. 1 month before, we welcomed Rolex Masters World Tennis Tournament, and then of course we will have other events during summer, upcoming summer, and in September, once again, well-known Monaco Yacht Week. Of course, Monaco is not only about sports events, but also it's like a non-stop, non-stop community, non-stop dynamic calendar of different events and dynamic community. So we have different business events, and that's why for the International University of Monaco, it's like a very logical idea to combine, academic experience with practical experience that could be provided by our professors, and they can share this unique experience with our students. So, to remind you, or maybe for some of you to inform you about key dates and important information regarding summer school program. This is a short 2 weeks program that will start on Monday next week, 29th of June, and we will finish the program on Friday, 10th of July. Actually, the program is quite intense because they cover 60 hours of classes, and you will have classes every day from Monday to Friday, from actually 9 to 9 a.m. And to 4-5 p.m. depending on your concrete schedule. As you will have the whole weekend during this 2 weeks stay, the university will offer some additional extra program to visit Monaco and to discover some iconic places in Monaco. For those who are interested in additional, the possibility to get additional credits during the summer school, it's possible because you can get 4 US credits after finishing the program. So if you didn't yet start your application, you have the last chance during this week, this current week, to join the program. And now I would like to talk about the content of the program. So as I mentioned before, this year we will have 2 tracks. The first one will focus on luxury business and communication, and the second one on sport business management. Our participants will be split into 2 groups according to chosen specializations, but they will have 2 common modules. You can see about event communication and cross-cultural communication and professional etiquette. And then each of group will follow the specific modules according to chosen specializations. So you can see that for luxury business, in the list there is luxury marketing and branding. For sport business management, sport brand management, and also digital luxury marketing and sport governance accordingly. You can see some example, some references of our partners actually cooperating with the university for the whole portfolio of our program, but also for the summer school as well. You can see, and I think our professors, they will share and offer you as well different activities, offering you the possibility to meet our partners, or maybe to meet some guest speakers in classes, during the classes. So the program covers not only some academic and I would say maybe some kind of theoretical basis, but of course we will combine with the practical part and practical outcomes. Actually, a few words about the application and the profile of our applicants. The program is open for all students already graduated from high school and maybe even already started their studies at the university. There is no specific requirements regarding your previous background, because this program actually has been created to encourage you, to inspire you, to continue with these 2 topics in the future. So like for you, it could be like a first discovering, or maybe you would like to perform, to improve your knowledges in these spheres. The application process is quite simple. You can apply online on our website, and you can see the list of necessary documents to start your application. As I told you, you will have actually quite intense program, and one strong point and one of the most important competitive advantage of this program that during 2 weeks you can not only improve your knowledges and practical competencies, but you can also enlarge your professional network. You will have different opportunities to meet different experts and representatives of sport and luxury industries. You can see some photos. It's like a short overview of previous seasons and actually experience of our alumni from summer school. And one more good news for you that all participants of summer school, they can benefit from specific offer. Actually, if you would like and you would like to continue with the university and you can join one of our program in September by the end of July 2026. So you can be reimbursed, fully reimbursed for the tuition fee for the summer school. Of course, you can contact me to get more detailed information regarding this special offer. And a quick overview of some daily routine issues because you will come for 2 weeks in Monaco, and I suppose you may have different questions regarding your accommodation and commuting between different French cities and Monaco. So as you can see, the university is perfectly located. The university is just in front of Central train station, so you are not limited in your travel. You can find some suitable for you accommodation not only in Monaco or around, as for example in Cap d'Agde or Beausoleil, but you can go even in Nice or Menton. It's not a problem because the average commuting time between these cities and Monaco is maybe up to 1/2 an hour. And a lot of questions, we receive a lot of questions from our participants regarding visa application. And I can say that, of course, it's better to check in advance, but the general rule is following. For students coming from different European Union and Schengen zone countries, there is no necessity to apply for the visa. For some countries, like for example United States or Canada, for the short stay, you don't need a visa. For other non-EU countries, we should check case by case and pay attention that you will need a touristic, not a long stay visa. So maybe in your case, there is no necessity to apply for the touristic visa. If you need some additional info regarding visa application, don't hesitate to contact us, and of course we will explain everything in details. I would like to show my contact email and phone number, so you can come back to me. And I would like to remind you also that you can ask your questions during the webinar. You have a Q&A section in your Zoom panel, so don't hesitate to send us your questions. And I would like right now to leave the stage to Professor Marten, and I hope he will share with us actually new ideas regarding sport business management track. I stop share my screen. Um, just a second.
Fantastic. I will take over already. Thank you very much for the insights. My name is Maximilian Martin. Very pleased to meet you. I already heard that we have a large audience today. I think a couple of you are having a sneak peek today because they're coming next week. So I'm very much looking forward to those in the audience that I'm going to meet in person next week. I will be your professor for sport brand management in the next week. I am also part of the faculty in Monaco since over 3 years now. I am teaching the sports master track as well as the luxury business master track and the international management track on masters, teaching leadership and management development as well. I mean, if makes sense, also the sport brand management master there. So I'm quite familiar with everything that's going on there. I'm very pleased to meet a nice group of students next week. First time for me to the summer school. I'm an adjunct professor, meaning I have the privilege to travel every 6 to 8 weeks to Monaco. I'm actually based in Germany, so I'm a consultant in the sporting goods industry. I'm a sports agent. I work with several federations, brands, athletes together. So my background is the sporting goods industry, fashion industry, and luxury. My background is from the sporting goods world. So I used to work for the, I think, well-known brand of Adidas for 10 years. I spent a lot of time in Latin America and the US as well. And I worked for a Japanese sporting goods company for 5 years, heading up Germany and Austria, and also spent a lot of my time in Japan and South Korea. So I hope I can bring some good insights there. What we're going to do next week, I'll share my screen quickly. So we're going to dive into sport brand management in this week. So every day I'm looking forward to spending 3 hours with you guys, but don't worry, I'm not going to bombard you with slides and bore you there. Usually do a lot of workshop formats. We're going to go outside a little bit, basically see real brands. Doing my best to find some guest speakers as well from the world of sports. So what are we going to do next week? Just a sneak peek here. We're going to look, this is 2024. Don't worry, I have the 2026 numbers as well, but they basically back then put logos here. We're looking at what are the biggest brands in the world? Why are they connected with sports? Which of them are sports brands? And going to dive into the interbrand world a little bit. We're going to look in general, what is a brand? What makes a brand? I mean, sports brand management is always special, but we look in general, what is a brand? How do you manage a brand? What are what's the secret sauce behind those ones who make it in the top 100? Definition, scopes, objectives, of course, sounds very boring, but I try to do my best with good examples. You will bring examples with you. I'm going to encourage everybody to really actively take part in the classes. Conversations is what makes the campus so interesting and important. We're talking about what is management? What does it take to actually manage a brand? Yeah, what is that job? What are those profiles? What do you need to bring with you? What we're going to do is we're going to look at certain brands. So I want everyone in the class to actually pick a sports brand of their choice, and then we're going to look at those. We're going to analyze those. We're going to make ourselves put ourselves in the shoes of brand managers and basically explore what does that take. We're going to look at athletes. Are athletes brands? And if so, yeah, what's the difference? I think we have a brilliant example of being in the World Cup week next week as well to actually look at a couple of these guys out there that actually are brands themselves. And maybe we can also see some failures. That's also the most exciting thing actually to see like when do things like not go so well. We're going to talk about rebranding, debranding, what have been the biggest brands in the world, the ones from the list I showed you at the beginning. They're there for 50 plus years. So, what transition did they go through? We're going to look what iconic brands are. What does make things iconic? Yeah? So here also, the ones who are sneak peeking in this webinar today, just already think about what is an iconic brand and bring those to class. That's very important. We're going to do a lot of hands-on work. Of course, I don't want to talk about AI too much. I don't want to talk about digital transformation that much, but also here there has been a transition. The screen has a big impact here, so we're going to touch on these, of course. We can't do the brand management in sports without speaking about Nike. It's the one of those benchmarks out there. We're looking at a lot of their history, but we're also looking at why they're not doing so well right now and what they have done right in the last 50 years and what recently have they missed on. One of the key things is people. People make brands. So we're not only talking about logos and signs and colors. I mean, we're talking about culture. We're talking about community. We're talking about that emotion that makes brands. And another brand you can't not talk about when you do talk about brand in sports is Red Bull, creating a universe out of starting selling a little can. That's it. I don't want to show more than this. Maybe some other words to say. What does make being a student at Monaco different? I mean, you're gonna go away with a good network. You're gonna meet a lot of very interesting people. You're going to be around a crazy city which has a different vibe. There's a lot of sports happening there. I know that next week. I looked at it. I think the campus is preparing for a horseback riding event which is happening right now. Most probably everybody takes down the Formula One track still. So if you are there, which you're not, starting in March, you're going to see motorsport building up through that time. We're going to do a lot of these things as well. The campus lives from, as I said, networking, really being engaged. The conversation, especially in my class, there's nobody in my class who is not going to say something. I'm going to make people basically interact and exchange thoughts with each other. And if you have any questions on this class, on the summer school, what's the expectation is. But also, I'm happy to give you some insights here in this group about the master's program if you're thinking about joining there. As I said, I'm the professor for the luxury track, for the international management track, and sports track. I know the last students from the last 3 years. And if you actually want to apply here, most likely you also are going to get me as an interviewer because I'm also doing the admissions interviews for the master's track. So good to ask the questions now before I do the official interview. No, jokes aside. Very happy to answer any of your questions, or Irina, if something else that comes to your mind, happy to share there as well.
Actually, yes, we have questions about the I would say uniqueness of this program. What do you think? What are some competitive advantage of this program and of this program in Monaco,
Mhm,
especially?
mhm.
How it's differ from other summer schools program in other countries and universities? What do you think?
It's a very good question. It's hard to answer because I haven't been at other summer schools or have not been teaching at other summer schools. I think because I know the other professors as well that are coming there. I think one of the advantages you have that as Irina also said at the beginning, it's not pure academic. So what we're doing, the professors that at least the ones I know, we're trying to share a lot from our experience. We're trying to share a lot from our mistakes, our projects that we've been doing in the last. I'm in the sports industry since 30 years now. It's a lot of really hands-on experience that we can share. It's a good network that we also bring with us. So I just as an example, also afterwards, staying in touch, helping the students afterwards to find the right path, to get into the right companies, maybe to make some introductions there. And I can tell you one thing which Monaco is amazing for is if you then go anywhere in the world afterwards and say that you have spent time, either summer school or as a student, at the International University of Monaco, you always have a small talk conversation going because nobody believes that in Monaco there's a university, and everybody's fascinated about, wow, you've been in Monaco? Have never heard about that. I didn't even know they have a university there. And you can, the ones who know and that I mean here luxury is at home here, and the sports industry, especially the federations, especially the big important decision makers are here in Monaco. Also, the athletes are living here, especially from tennis, from golf, from Formula One. They all have their apartments here.
Offices.
So also for that, it's a very good melting pot there. We have one of the best media or most important media events, which is the Sportel in October happening in Monaco. So the big media contracts in the world, yeah, whether that's FIFA, UEFA, they're all signed here in Monaco. Actually, I'm not here. I'm in Germany right now, but in Monaco during that time. So I can't compare with other summer schools because I don't know other summer schools that well, but maybe the answer gave you a little bit of an idea.
Thank you. I'm completely agree with you that actually already being in Monaco, it's some kind of unique experience. And
Yeah,
actually, yes, it's possible just walking on Larvota Beach to meet, I don't know, Hamilton or maybe Zverev or other well-known athletes. And I'll check, because me too, I don't remember dates, but yes, Longines Global Championships Tour will take place 2nd, 4th July in the harbor of Monaco.
yeah,
So maybe our participants, they can have a chance to participate also as a spectator as minimum.
pretty sure. Yes.
But I know that our students from, of course, from masters or maybe last year of bachelor program, they have this opportunity to be engaged in different sport events as a part of the team during Formula series of different events and Sportel in autumn as well. So.
Exactly. Most of them work during the Rolex Masters as well and help out there. I know that at least from my sports track, six of the students did their internship there over the last 3 years after they finished the Masters. So very good opportunities here.
Mm. Cool. Nice, very nice. Actually, very nice program. Just
Yeah.
as we mentioned, to like starting points for you, maybe. We have funny questions. Is it? How do you think? Is it? Necessary or maybe is it some kind of advantage being professional athlete to build a career in sport business management?
So is it good if you're an athlete to join, you mean?
Yes,
Well,
actually.
we have a lot of athletes in the class. We had a couple of gold and silver medals in the last 3 years in the class. We have a lot of active athletes as well, or the ones that are basically saying, "Well, I'm a good athlete, but they know, well, my career is ending someplace, so I
Mm.
actually need to know." Or basically also coming here, being an athlete, the campus giving a lot of freedom for those basically who have to train to do other things to basically understand what is the industry that I'm in, yeah, also as an athlete. So absolutely yes, it's a very good environment for athletes.
Thank you, Maximilian. And also we have questions. Students ask, do you have your preferred brands, sport brands, but local from Monaco, Monegasque brands?
Well, who is asking this question? Do I have No, I don't. I'm actually looking for a good brand from Monaco. I hope my students at one point are going to start one, and then they're asking me to help and consult and make some money on the side. No, to be honest, no. I know one of my students started a brand which is not sport related, but it's Cup Gin. It's a gin that is basically from Monaco. Yeah, but no, I don't have that. I'm curious to get that student in my class and start developing it.
Good idea and a good challenge for our students attending summer school program. So this is the trend. You see, do you think As Monaco is a strong, powerful brand?
Do I think Monaco is a powerful brand?
As actually, like AS Monaco, Association Sportive of Monaco, and it's like umbrella covering different sport clubs in Monaco.
Fascinating what Monaco has done with the brand. I think there's a couple of examples that have done the same thing. One of the examples, because I'm German, is Bavaria with the
Mhm.
Oktoberfest, how they actually did that. And Monaco in the world is that special place where you say, okay, that's sport, that's luxury, that's casino, that's James Bond. Although James Bond only been here once in one single episode over 30, everybody says that's the city of kind of James Bond. They did a fantastic job. I think the tourism agency in Monaco and especially the whole environment does a great job. If you live in Monaco, every week you have a different event. Yeah, from the circus event is again for the to the tennis to the motorsports to the luxury cars event that just happened a couple of months ago. So it's amazing how they're keeping up this little piece of land as one of the strongest brands from like a tourism location. And I know that it's going to be packed in summer again with tourists just actually being there for a couple of hours, basically only to see it once, to breathe it once, to basically see the yachts in the harbor. It's fascinating. There is definitely nicer places on the world, yeah, like from the whole scenery, but it has this special yeah, brand equity power if we want to stay in the business terms.
Actually, yes, you are right. You will be like in the epicenter of
Yeah.
different flows.
Yeah.
Of course, employee coming in Monaco on a daily basis, and also tourists. It will be like a high season.
Yeah.
So yeah. Uh, uh, then I continue with questions.
Yes.
Students, these are always students, so they are asking about final assessment,
Yes.
how it will be, some kind
Super
of.
difficult. Super. Almost everybody fails. No, I'm joking. Not at all. I can only talk to my. I can. Don't complain later because I only can talk about my assessment. My assessment is, you guys have to write a paper, which I will introduce on day one. So what we will do is throughout this week, basically every day, we're gonna spend a little bit of time where I basically will discuss with you guys what's the expectation. We're going to do an assignment clinic as well. So of course there is a final exam, or with me it's a paper which I'm going to develop with the students from day one until day five, and then I think the week after they have to hand it in. So it's nothing which is super difficult. The important thing is the attendance, that you're there, that you basically take part in the conversations and don't miss anything. But yes, there is. I think for all modules, there will be an exam or a paper or a quiz that you do at the end. Definitely there, but it's something that we develop together, and there's enough time for questions or if there's any help or guidance needed.
Oh, perfect, perfect. And could you please share your opinion? What do you think about core competencies that students can get attending summer school program? Is
Mhm.
it possible during 2 weeks, such a short period, actually to to get some concrete practical knowledges?
It's always depending on the willingness of the students, but I mean, whoever's asking that question already has that idea. Of course, you can develop that throughout those 2 weeks. Of course, in those specializations that we're having, like brand management, I think you will get in those 15 hours a very precise and condensed look. It's kind of the best of my brand management course. So whoever is going to then afterwards decide to do the masters and have me again on brand management, you will get the long version of it. But I'm actually giving you a best of there and try to put the key findings and learnings into this time. I think for everyone, it's important to develop kind of a curiosity, to be open for discussion, and I think what you will take away most is not what I'm going to show you or tell you, but actually the conversations that this should spark and the conversations we will have with the other students in class. Most likely, I guess that's what's going to happen. We will have, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 students from most likely 5 to 10 different nationalities. And having this viewpoint from other cultures, from other points of views, from other ages, maybe that is what is really important and the learnings that you usually take away. So yes, I would definitely answer this question with yes, but it's up to you on how open you are and on how much you want to engage in the conversations as well.
Actually, I'm agree with Maximilian because really the group will be really international, even global, because we have more than 20 countries, students from more than 20 countries coming for the summer school. For sports management, yes, I suppose 5, 7 countries will join this track. So already you can not only uh, talk about, but it will be your daily routine to
Yeah.
understand this cross-cultural communications and these specific maybe principles of organization of some kind of business, even in different countries. And if we will continue to discuss the profile of our audience, so you know that we have students of different ages, and I have a questions from younger students just graduated from high school, and these students would like to know there is if there are some requirements for the previous background, for example, in economic sphere, to follow your course, or it's possible even having some general level of knowledges to join and to actually follow the classes.
Good thing in brand management, you don't need any math. So there's no requirements on math skills. Not at all. I think even interesting to have also people from high school, the people who have worked, people who basically have a different knowledge, because it's always like the different viewpoints from somebody who is in the business, who actually manages brands or manages athletes or assets, and the people who are actually watching, who are more the spectators so far, who are the ones who actually absorb it and get a better understanding. And I think there both ways is quite interesting. And we all are seeing brands more than 15,000 times every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's things coming in front of us. So from my class, it's a very broad audience from an age point of view that can follow. So there's no academic. Bring curiosity, and I think if you're interested in sports, if you're interested in the in this whole environment, everybody can join there, of course.
Super. It's very optimistic for our students. And I have interesting questions regarding, charity projects in sports, because now it's like a trend. A lot of world top level athletes. They launch their own charity foundations. Is it the new direction in sport brand management, or it's some kind of other phenomenon? What do you think about this?
I don't think it's a trend. I think having foundations, yeah, is also a question of what's the right wording here? Of the athlete's brand. How do the athletes want to be seen? So we can have a look at certain cases where this is a really true thing, where the athlete says, "Well, I really want to give something back. I want to do something good. I want to start a charity." Or if it's just like, again, the greenwashing part, where like, "Oh, I'm not very good seen in the from my audience, so I need to start something." A charity work, but then they bring in a lot of sponsors and basically don't actually mean it the way it is. So again, here, great things to do. And if we have students like the one who's asking this question, this is what again makes this so interesting, because then we can actually have a look at those in class and saying, okay, let's have a look at charities and their impact on the athlete as a brand or brand management as such again. So I have I have been teaching this module with students over 60 hours, over 25 hours, now 15 hours. And every time it's different, because also the audience, I'm trying to actually adapt to the audience, their interest. There's some basic things I want to get across, but then that's a fantastic question we can actually spend an hour on. And I'm saying, well, let's have a look. Which ones do you mean? Let's have a look at the athletes. And we can analyze those things together.
Interesting. So you have already one more plus topic for
Yes,
discussion in the
absolutely.
class. And I have another question, as always, regarding some practical outcomes and future career. What do you think? What opportunities are open for students? Graduating from sports business management program in Monaco.
In Monaco, I don't know if you want to stay in Monaco. That's always very difficult, because hardly nobody lives in Monaco that studies there. It's really difficult to actually stay in the city, but that's not always very necessary. I can't answer this question, but I can help the students or the people that are coming to actually find what they actually want to do in this program. The program is also designed for people who say, "Well, I really love sports. That's really where I want to work, but I don't know yet exactly what the job profile, the job direction, or description should be." That's also something where the program, or also especially the professors, can help you and say, "You know what? Let's find that out together. Are you a fan of a sport? Then don't work in the sport, yeah. But are you somebody who is actually interested in working for a team, for a federation, for a brand, for sporting goods, for media rights, for broadcasting? Are you interested in working in the industry that basically is connected to sports?" As I said at the very beginning, there's 100 brands, the top 100 brands, 95% of them are involved in sports in one way or the other. So there's numerous jobs out there, and I think we can also support and help to find what is the right path at the end.
Voila. Even maybe for students who will join us already next week, they will have this chance of short professional orientation test, some kind of this. It's great. So thank you very much, Professor Martin. And I think that we're already done with questions from our participants. And we can just to repeat once again that we will be happy meet you in Monaco at IOM next week, and of course you are welcome, and see you next week. Thank you once
Thank you.
again for the participations, and have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.